Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum everyone around the world. I'm Dr. Sarish and you're watching DESI TV USA. Let's see what's happening in your world. US and Taiwan to hold second round of economic dialogue next week. The State of Department said the United States and Taiwan next week will hold a second session of an economic dialogue launched last year in the face of increasing pressure on the island from China. The announcement comes days after a virtual meeting between US President Joe Biden and Chinese leader Xi Jinping. After the meeting, Xi warned that supporters in the United States of Taiwanese independence were playing with fire. A State Department statement said the US Undersecretary for Economic Growth, Energy and Environment, Joseph Fernandez, will lead the second US-Taiwan Economic Prosperity Partnership Dialogue. Blinken encouraged Tunisia reforms in talks with leader. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken encouraged Tunisia's leader to make reforms to respond to Tunisians' hope for democratic progress, the U.S. State Department said nearly 4 months after President Kais Saied seized political power. Said said last week he was working non-stop on a timetable for reforms to defuse growing criticism at home and abroad since he dismissed the cabinet, suspended parliament and took personal power in July. Last week, thousands of Tunisians protested near parliament in the capital, demanding he reinstate the assembly, while major foreign donors whose financial assistance is needed to unlock an international monetary fund rescue package for the economy have urged him to return to a normal constitutional order. Germany debates compulsory vaccination as a fourth COVID wave rages. German politicians are debating making COVID-19 vaccinations compulsory for citizens in light of soaring infections and low inoculation rates. Several members of Chancellor Angela Merkel's Conservatives bloc said that federal and state governments should introduce compulsory vaccinations soon as other efforts to push as Germany's low inoculation rate of just 68% have failed. Minister of Foreign Affairs of Pakistan Shah Mahmood Qureshi a virtual message at EPPNE's second annual event in Birmingham, UK.
Assalamu alaikum and a very good evening to you all. I'm happy to be here with you tonight in spirit at what is the largest gathering of Pakistani doctors in the United Kingdom and Ireland. I thank Secretary General of APNE, Mr. Shabi Ahmed, for bringing us all together, even if I'm here virtually. I would also like to recognize APNE as the largest umbrella group of doctors from the Pakistani diaspora serving in the National Health Service for more than 7 decades. Your extensive work, from lobbying to teaching to training and guiding young doctors and creating platforms for greater collaboration, has been tremendous.
Pakistan drops chemical castration as punishment for serial rapists. A government official said Pakistan has removed a clause from a new criminal law that had allowed chemical castration as a possible punishment for serial rapists. Malika Bukhari, Parliamentary Secretary on Law, told in a news conference in Islamabad, "We have amended the criminal law and decided that the chemical castration clause will be taken out." U.S. cooperation with partners causing China heartburn. Expanded U.S. cooperation with partner is causing China heartburn, and Chinese President Xi Jinping made clear to President Joe Biden in a virtual meeting that Washington's work to bolster ties with allies represented Cold War thinking, the White House Indo-Pacific coordinator said. Code Campbell said the Quad group made up of the United States, India, Japan and Australia aimed to expand cooperation and that Japan had agreed to host a meeting of the group in 2022. Speaking to the U.S. Institute of Pacific think tank, Campbell also said the so-called AUKUS Pact, under which the United States and Britain have agreed to help Australia acquire nuclear submarines, was one of the open architecture that he expected other countries in Asia and Europe would participate with over time. Indian farmers in no mood to forgive despite Modi's U-turn on reforms. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi may have caved into farmers' demands that his crops law, they say, threaten their livelihoods. Reaction to the shock U-turn in India's rural north, where Modi's Bharatiya Janata Party faces key elections next year, has been less than positive, a worrying sign for a leader seeking to maintain his grip on the national politics. In the village of Mohrania, some 500 km by road east of the capital New Delhi and located in India's most populous state of Uttar Pradesh, farmer Guru Sevak Singh said that he and others like him lost faith in Modi and his party. WHO held a public forum on the COVID-19. Dr. Michael Ryan and Dr. Maria Van Kerkhove of the World Health Organization took questions from the general public on the COVID-19 pandemic and SARS-CoV-2 variants.
I can assure you that we're very much in the pandemic, and a pandemic means it's across the world. The virus itself is moving towards becoming endemic, but that doesn't mean that it's transmitting at the same level of intensity that we see right now, killing as many people as we see it killing, taking the livelihoods of so many people that we see it taking their livelihoods.
That's all for now. Keep watching and make us proud as DESI Global Community. Click our link tree and explore the social media world out there. Stay safe and blessed with your loved ones. Take care. Allah Hafiz.